Today on October 25th, 2023, Mr. John Ostetto will be interviewed by myself, ArcuriA, in Guelph, Ontario for the purposes of collecting the first-hand testimony and oral history of Italian-Canadian immigrants, documenting their narratives and immigration experience from Italy to Canada as part of the Humanities 3800 Italian Heritage course at the University of Guelph. Mr. Ostetto, what age group or generation are you from?
Yeah, we feel that I'm from the 40 to 50. Mm-hmm. That's when I was born. Mm-hmm. And I came over here when I was 20 years old. Mm-hmm. So I fall into the 60, 70. Mm-hmm.
So what first brought you to Canada?
What it brought to Canada was the, I would say 62, 63, a little bit quiet. Mm-hmm. Down in Italy, where I was working, we got laid off. We were let go because it was a little bit of a. But at the same time, if I go back a little bit, I was in touch with my wife mm-hmm. today, and at that time I was 17 and she was 16, and so we met, and we in Italy. Mm-hmm. And then she came to Canada 3 years before me, mm-hmm. and I got back into, and I take a, yeah, and then I got into myself in 1965. But we kept in touch for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. So regional work was one problem, that I didn't have the good security there. Mm-hmm. Oldest of a family, 5 kids. Mm-hmm. I was the oldest. My mother was a widow when she was 35. Mm-hmm. So I felt that I wanted to provide also for my 3 sisters mm-hmm. and my little brother. So I decided to come over here. And I think we will say that we were the last that really emigrated at that time, mm-hmm. because 1965, that's when I came. At that time, things was really opening up in Italy. Mm-hmm. I mean, the industry opened up. Everybody could get a job outside and your normal farming and whatever and that. So coming here, I think it was a good choice on myself. And another 4 or 5 years after that, the immigration gradually started dying completely. 1970 was not too many people coming in. Mm-hmm. So we consider ourselves the last of the immigration fluke, which started 1954. Mm-hmm. 1954 was the peak of, I would say, northern Italy or even southern Italy, that it came into Canada. Yeah.
Did you know anybody other than your wife when you arrived in Canada? Did you have any other family here?
Yes, I had an uncle, which was here, my mother's brother. Mm-hmm. And he was here, he came here in 1962 or 63. And so I was coming into a place where there was somebody waiting for me, or maybe that I could meet, which I was a little bit afraid, really, you know what I mean? Yeah. You travel, at that time you travel to a point, so to come to a different country, it was a little bit of being nervous a little bit, but somebody was here.
How did you get to Canada?
Yes, we flew from, we did, let me see, Treviso, we went Treviso, Milan by car, mm-hmm. and then Milan we came in straight into Montreal, and then Montreal, Toronto. Mm-hmm. And at the during the trip, I can see there was some people that was the first time traveling, and I was traveling with a guy from Abruzzo. Yes, that's right, I remember that.
What was the journey to Canada like?
Journey to Canada was, it was 8.5 hours, so it was very good. I mean, for me, it was something new. Never been on the plane, right? Mm-hmm. But, your mind is all confused because you'll be going to a different country that you don't know. And Well, I was a little bit nervous, but in one way I was ready to approach and ready for anything that would have come.
So what was your first impression of Canada?
Well, impression of Canada was good. I mean, just coming out from Toronto, the airport, and travel through. Mind you, it must have been around 12:30 at night and whatever. But I mean, the impression coming into. I mean, when I woke up in the morning and I saw the road and I saw the house and I saw the people and I said I didn't know which way to look around, but the impression was positive. I was. My mind was made up, so I see everything positive, everything good, everything nice.
What time of year did you come, John?
I came 27 of May, and really everybody's been talking, oh, you're lucky, you haven't seen any snow and this and here. We had about 3 feet, which is close to a meter, and he said 3 feet, and I look at my feet, and I said, what are they talking about? And then I understood right away, but it was good weather when we came here. It was within about 3-4 weeks, and we were up to about 27, 24, 27, so it was good.
Did you encounter any obstacles or barriers as a new immigrant to Canada?
One, for sure. And everybody get that, that's language. Yeah. And language was a problem that puts you in a state sometime of not asking too many questions or waiting for somebody to ask a stupid question, which I get the benefit too, right? But that was one of the things that I really is that. But within a month or so, we enroll ourselves to English as a second language at John F. Ross School. And Mrs. Graham, she was very, very nice for us, like a mother embracing all these adults. And the main thing was to learn English. And my wife also, which we at that time we were seeing each other, and she kept pushing me, and that's it. But I like to go to school. I would have liked to go to school even back home in Italy, but I couldn't. I just finished grade 7, we'll call it over there, and that's it. And then I had to go to work because family, all things like that. So I went. Yeah, that's right. Went fine.
Did you bring any important items with you when you came to Canada?
Well, the important item that I took with me, not important. What was it?
Carton suitcase.
The item that I think the item that I put in me is just my values. The value from over there to bring it over here and be able to implement as much as I can, but also to adapt to the new country. But our value is one thing that keep you going, especially when you're into a new country. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you got to be able to embrace whatever you're going to. And English was the first thing. If I can communicate, I said maybe I can go wherever I wanted to go. So that was one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you exchange letters with relatives in Italy?
Oh yes, my mother for sure. Yeah. That's right. I could remember those letters. Yeah, I do. But anyway, she needed some letter because she would be all the time waiting for that letter. That's what a mother. Because I seen other mother in Italy that when I go and visit my friends, they says, "Oh, my son or my daughter from that wrote me and this and that." So I could see the state of those parents. Mm-hmm. So when I was sending a letter to my mother, I would get a tear in my eye because I know she was getting a triple tear. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we do. We wrote a lot. The last 2 years, we also wrote with my wife quite a few. So, but once we are here, you keep contact. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I remember in 1965, 66, we used to have a tape recorder with a tape, and we used to exchange all my voices from here to my mother, and my mother would do the same thing. She get another tape, and my grandma, and and these tapes they're still there. So there is communication. Yeah, there's always been.
So, do you have children?
Yes, we have 3 kids.
So, can you describe your experience as a new parent and as a recent immigrant to Canada?
Reason of immigrating to Canada? Well, that is for there's 2 things, and I think today I would say my important thing was to meet my wife, which I've met 3 years before, or 5 years before, 5. And the other thing was to get something better. I won't mind to, even at that time, also my mind to, not an adventuring things, but something new, be able to learn, to explore, or to share things with people, maybe even our culture to the beach, or learn other culture. So that was one of the things.
And how did you, I think Ali was referencing, how as an new immigrant to Canada, did you share your life with your children? How did you experience, like how did you share your culture with your kids, I think is what.
Oh, okay. Culture, that's fine. As far as, there are certain value, I think, that you're never going to forget. So as a parents, when the kids grow up, and that's it, we definitely you follow the system that we got over here in a little bit. But, sitting at the table when you have your supper or whatever, that is the main thing, because as you know, Italian family, a kitchen table is where everything in there, all the bad and good, and that's it. And then we all disappear. But the kitchen table is sacred, is there that you can teach your kids, or you can listen to them, and you'll be able. So the experience to that is, we were married already 3 years since I was coming here. I got married 3 years after I came here. So kids came along, and gradually the experience is, I think no difficulty really until they're a certain age. Then when they come to 12, 14, it's different. But as a kid, no problem. We are Roman Catholic, so there's another thing that, schooling, whatever. So we were able to support it. And it was nothing to do, it was our duty to do that as a parents. You can't get away from that.
And did you teach them the language, John? Did you speak to them when they were at home in your dialect, Italiano? Or?
Yeah, when I, because of Italian, because of language, it was one of the primary things, and where I went to work, and that said, my job that I had, I spoke a lot of English, and we came down here also. I spoke English in the house, but my wife, Yole, she always maintained the dialect or the Italian, that little bit of Italian that we know, because there is dialect and then Italiano. So, so we had some time. My wife will correct me and say, "Why don't you tell them in Italian?" So they will carry. And it is true, by doing that, our oldest daughter, Michelle, she can talk Italian, no dialect. She understands the dialect, but she will answer in Italian because she also took Italian. But at home, my wife and I, we try to do as much as possible. But she's a lot better to speak in Italian into the home.
And they understood. Your kids understood. Like, maybe they didn't speak it all the time, but they would understand. Just even from when I taught them, if I said something to them in dialect, they would understand me. Yeah.
If my wife talking about, she's talking in dialect to them, they'll answer in English to her or maybe in Italian, but they get it. They understand that. It's just they are afraid to make a mistake. Yeah, same thing with us. You know what I mean? We tried to speak English at that time, but then sometimes we just go quiet because we don't want to say the wrong things. Yeah.
Did becoming a parent in Canada make you feel more Canadian?
My 3 years without, before we got married, I didn't see any difference between then and that. It depends when you enter, how you embrace a new place. No, I didn't see any difference and so on. Since I arrived and family is coming, we get married and we family is coming, we're just ready for that. What was it? You repeat that question again?
Did having kids in Canada make you feel more Canadian? Did you feel more like connected with Canada in any way?
No, it wouldn't be any different. Even if it would be single with kids, it's the same experience. Yeah.
So where is home for you and why?
Well, I was 20 years old when I left home, and something that you don't forget, but home is here now. It is always here. I spent 55 years here, so I think here, this is our home for sure. Yes, we never forgot our roots, but when we are talking about, we put a lot more emphasis here. You can talk about the old country and where you come from, and that's it. And very, very nice to reminiscing that. But, this is home. We changed about 2-3 home.
I got one word to say here. We always sit in the table when we are together talking about Italian, Canadian. We always say, we are lucky to be born in Italy, but I'm proud to be Canadian. That's what we all say to the kids.
Yeah.
And don't forget where your roots come from. I'm very proud of those words.
Yeah, the kids know that.
Yeah.
The kids know. This is something that you have to remind in a few things. But when you talk, you got to put the emphasis of here. You don't want to. What do you say? So they give them the wrong message to them. My father, my mother think that way, and that's it. Here is the primary thing, but at the same time, you have to filter the other stuff in it, which is your value, your culture, and so on, because you got to be proud of where you come from.
So looking back on your experience, is there anything you would have done differently?
I never had that question, but I had a duty to do at home to a certain age. Then my wife and I met. Economic situation in Italy was like that, and no, I wouldn't have done anything different. There's a lot of people that would say, "Well, I wish I would never left. I wish I would have gone here. I wish I would have gone in Australia," and that's it. So I'll ask that question, how long have you been here? I said 30 years. Why are you saying that you would have been in Australia? You should have left Canada 28 years ago. So anyway, yeah. So no, I wouldn't have done anything different. I'm happy of our journey here. No problem.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Well, there's so many things, but that would take about a day and a half. Now, I think one thing. No, if it is anything that I would like to share, if it is from the beginning and the end, and now halfway through our journey ourselves. I won't complain. I think we've been happy, and I think I don't see anything that we could think that
Do you think, John, because you came in 1965,
yeah.
that your experience was, I don't want to say easier, but there were a lot more Italians here in Guelph that maybe helped. It helped you assimilate better or be part of the
I would say that
community?
we were the luckiest people that came here in 1960 on. Even on my wife's side, there was about two sisters and a brother here waiting for the family of 10. Okay, I came here in 1965. I got somebody here, so it wouldn't have done anything different than that. I would say that it will make it easier for the people that came from 1960 on. What I feel bad about it is the people who came here in 1951, 52, 54, which I have nobody. But that's one part of the immigration after the war. But the people that had the toughest time and the people that came here in 1922, 23, 24, they'll be going up on north and so on. They don't know where they're going. Communication was stopped and everything, because when the representative of Canada back in if you research that, 25, 27, 26, when they were sent there to explore Canada from Italy, the report they were given back to Europe or to Italy is a cold country, the snow high, you can't live there, is a Siberia type of things and so on. So not too many came, but we have met people here when I came. They were here, your Uncle Jack, we come here, there was about 20 or 22. He never went home. They don't even know where he was until the immigration in 1954 met him.
Mm-hmm.
He never got back. So really, those are the people that had the tough time. And
the turn of the century.
The turn of the century,
Yeah.
But 1951, 52, see, people didn't move after the war. 45, 50.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking, I think it's okay, now we are a republic, we are no more dictatorial government, we are a republic that's different and so on. So they try to get a little bit better and that's it. But then when everybody is looking at their own family and what to do, what's available, factory and so on, they say, oh, wait a minute, that means the dialect is all me toca andar via.
Yeah, perché non si
We
era
gotta
un po'.
leave. We must leave.
Yeah, that was my dad.
Yeah.
Well, and they had to have a sponsor when they came because of the war. So my dad's cousin sponsored my nono. And then my nono came for 3 years and worked for the house and everything. And then called, and my dad was like, you 18. He said, hurry up or else I'm going. The borders are open in Australia. And I think he said Morocco, but I don't know. It could have been somewhere else. And then they came. Yeah.
Yeah. So things. No.
And what about work? I would like you to share with Ali your story of what you apprenticed in, because you're an entrepreneur. You have your own business. So what was that journey like coming here?
Well, I was 20 years old. When you get about 18, you there is qualified machinist or qualified or specialized. So I had my specialization on it because I went to school at night and I was able to pick up when I was 14 to do all my apprenticeship in a night school. I was full machinist there. So I had my education on my trade. Not much on books and school.
No, but a trade.
Trade, that was a lot for us once you have a trade. So in 1965, it was about January, into a little town called Castelfranco Vedelago. There was a posting of metal mechanic, shoe making, and textile. So they wanted to that. As when we applied, within about 4 months, we were already in Milan to have our physical, and then within 4 months we were down here. That's it. So there was a very demand on that at that time from Canada, and I came here and I started working to a company called Bucero City for 5 years. Somebody provided me the job. I didn't have to knock to. They provided me. I went there and I started working, and you start from a little bit. I mean, my boss wanted to see what I can do, and that's it. But we were able to work with no problem. I mean, because you have specialized on those machine. Once you understand the blueprint, you can make whatever the blueprint called. They make me 5 of these and 3 of that. Angelo Cremasco, John Armelini, we all got into the same years there, and from there I went and worked for a big company called Linamar Machine. Okay, Linamar Machine. I used to go part-time while I was working my first 5 years here. I was working part-time to a place called Linamar Machine, and then in 1970 when they laid off that company and went back to the States, we 5 of us, we got laid off from that company. We were working there. We went on employment insurance, and they says, "Give me your name. So you 5, Monday morning you should start a Linamar Machine. 7:30 in the morning, you have a job there." I said, "What? We supposed to get a benefit a little bit unemployment?" They said, "Oh, in Canada they pay you even if you stay home." At that time, you were thinking that way. So anyway, we went with Linamar, and I stayed with Linamar 23 years, 24. And so Linamar started in the basement. I was one of the guys that worked in the basement, working from there, and then we made a smaller shop, and that's it. So I grew up with Mr. Hasenfratz and Margaret and old Cabuzo there. So, and then 1994, I started my own business, and we've been in business almost 30 years now, coming next year.
And it's called?
It's called Ostetto. Mm-hmm. See, Ostetto is a name that when we open up, we wouldn't even know what we would have called him. So my daughter, the oldest daughter, and I, but Michelle, she's we have I come from a village called Fossalunga, Foss, and my last name is Ostetto. So F-O-S, Ostetto. So Fossalunga Ostetto. That's how the name came.
That's nice.
And that's it. So, and that's how it went on like that. Now it's out there.
Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to ask you about how you in the community promote your Italian culture, because you're very involved in that as well.
Yeah.
I think you should share it because you've done a lot. Yeah. No ti credo.
Well.
Stay on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been busy until 1994, and then when I started my own business, I had more freedom and whatever, and I started. When you come here and you get family and so on and whatever, and then you build a house, which this was built 1978. This one here, we built it and we came here and do that, but. Then, for some reason, during the journey of about 20 years, I was involved only working and this and that, and I'd be seeing people, some newcomer, you come in 1970, but I seen the kids that are growing up, or some kids that were already born and before our kids, losing the Italian. And you're talking and says, wow, look at that. The parents speak Italian, but the kids are not. What is it? And so on. So I started getting into a group which is called Trevisani. Trevisani is a little province, like Treviso is a province, which is into a region of Veneto and close to Venice. It's only 3/4 of an hour to Venice. And I joined them, and that's it. So at that time, you're talking about 400 members. And then Pio Decimo came, which
Yeah.
is from Riese
Yes,
Pio Decimo. So,
which is over
so
the same province.
yeah, the same province. So we got involved, and that's it. And then I realized, ooh, I lost my Italian. I mean, 25, 30 years busy, and I've been speaking English in English. A young lady's getting upset, said, why don't you talk Italian at home? We get that. But I
From
was
your
involved. Yeah, and the kids. And the kids listen to, they listen, they hear me speak English and they answer in English, no problem, and they do not think. Then I realized that I'm missing something. So shifted a little bit and lost a lot of time, sometime here and there, but to go on and go into those organizations. And after that, 2002 and 3, I thought of going with the Italian Canadian Club. So I got in with the Italian Canadian Club, which the young lady's husband here is being very active in there too. Yeah.
You've been to Italian Canadian Club member since you came.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I
But
was a
in the-
member.
Yeah, but so you've been a member of the ICC since you came here, but then you started 2003 the executive. Is that
I started in the executive. I was there in the executive. Started 2001 too.
Yeah.
I got in there. Yes, from the Trevisani, I went into that,
Yeah.
and then I became a president for 2 mandates between 2006 to 2010
Yeah.
or 11, something like that. Because 2011, I think Gazzola got in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
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 And yes, and I've been involved with the community, but then
An integral part of the community.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get involved. Many things. What I wanted to do, I want to have a link to see if we can have a link. At that time, it was very active, especially after the turn of the 20th century, to have an affiliated connection with Italy, wherever you come from, or maybe be able to like a twinning between Guelph, which is 120,000 people, to Castelfranco region, which is very industrial, which have university and so on, in order to have that. So we promote all that, but then we did not. Then the Chamber of Commerce changed things. The mayor was different. We used to go Mayor Quarry and different. So we work a lot with that. So we've been involved with the community, raising funds for things that happen with earthquake to Italy or to other. I've been involved, but on the lowest scale, not very high scale.
Well, and then Pio Decimo is explain what that is a little bit.
Pio Decimo is this a gentleman that came from a little small village or town called Riese. You know, he came around when he's there, and back on we just had him this Sunday. There's an event there. 2000 and
50 years ago, so
1970, 71 or 72. They started getting an event called Pio Decimo. Was a Pope, the Pope Pius X, and who was proclaimed saint about I don't know 20 years ago.
Is it 20 years ago? I thought they did his 100th anniversary. Was it 100 years?
That he died.
Maybe that he died.
That he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
100-year anniversary.
2016. Because I was there. I remember.
Yeah. Pope Pius.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure now. Yeah, that's right.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. So he started something like this, and they used to have at the Italian Canadian Club. They used to have 700 people event, and everybody will go. And within about 6-7 years, he was the president. Is Mr. Benny Monaco, and then from there he started the Trevisani nel Mondo, which is Monsignor Don Canuto Tozo. He was the founder into Treviso, but the Trevisani nel Mondo is all over the world. They have chapters all over Australia, Brazil, Argentina, Holland. They're all over the place, and we are one of them here in Guelph. This past Sunday we did Autunno Trevisano, which is the fall Trevisano in lieu of Pio X. So we combined together. And Benny Monico was a guest to that event.
And then wasn't there awards that you gave out at those Pio Decimo? Because I remember my Nona going for something.
They must have been done quite a bit. This Sunday, no. Pardon? Oh, we used to give them a lot of a scroll that was given to us, but also there was some present at that time.
Yeah.
But then things started dying a little bit here. The last 15 years, we had a problem to bring youth in it, and that's it. So elderly, they go to a point and they go this way, and youth is going their own direction. Born here, they're more Canadianized at the same time. You know, you're born in the old country, roots is still strong, and you carry that. But we done an event Monday. There was 110 people, which is called the Trevisani. But when I take a look at the age, you know, we're talking about 70 to 85. Okay, and there was only 5 kids that were on the 17 and 20, which is Mr. Mason.
Oh yeah.
Mason, he brought their kid, Rob.
And
He had his son and
Julian.
Marnie.
Yeah.
So we've been involved at the same time, and now what we want to do is maintain that. But there was a time that we had 2010 and 20. We had kids involved. We had pictures and so on of kids and that they were involved in the Italian Canadian Club. We have also had people that came in from Vittorio Veneto, students that will come here for a week, and then a weekday our students go exchanging just culturally, not for schooling. Yeah.
Is that the choir that time that came to the church?
The choir, no, the choir that we're being calling all kind of choir. We had all kind of people that they came here, and the choir that came at the church was
They were young people.
Yeah, I forget now. We had Possignat, we had all different folkloristical thing, but also a play that they came down here. Yes, we had quite a bit. We were able to maintain very strong this one here, even stronger than Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were able to have people from Toronto come and see this. We had people that came from Vedelago, then we had a play right here at the River Run.
Yeah.
We had 2 plays on that, right? It was fabulous, it was good.
Yeah.
But we still remain, this was our country, but we always, the linked, we wanted to keep it together, but.
But you didn't say you brought back all Fussalunga immigration from Toronto to Windsor. First you went home with a Fussalunga.
Oh yeah, I've been involved on a lot of exchange trip. Now, how can I say, the people from Fossalunga, a small village, we went back once. And once we went there, now we went to Vedelago. And Vedelago said, well, we would like to give you an invitation. So they came down here, and we had a good turnout to be, because we organized that with your dad. We had all kind of stuff. Yeah, when they came here, but then they exchanged us to go back there, and that was the big one that we went back with. We had 3 buses, and that's about 180 people from here. We went down there traveling. So we had people from the whole Canada going in, and some people from Brazil come in too. So those are the other things that I organized. But the other good player that it was with us, it was Sandra Bobega.
Yeah. She was good.
She's an expert on travel.
Yeah.
So
yes. Yeah. So,
so
she was an excellent
yeah.
link.
Yeah, we will put all the thing, and she will
She's a good lady.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that's where we paid tribute to Sandra this
Oh,
Sunday
did
also.
you?
Yeah,
Nice.
because the
Yeah.
Trezzani del Mondo, she drop it, and then there was a pause of nothing there. So I was elected back in couple of months ago.
Okay.
So I took her place and linked with Treviso again, and we made our first little party of a meeting together, to get together and be able to, yeah, but on a smaller scale, about 100. We supposed to be all the time 300 people with the whole family and children, but we were 110 at the beginning. But when I take a look at this year, how many died
Yeah.
of our community here in Guelph is amazing. So
Yeah. And Sandra unfortunately passed away.
she's one of them that passed too, and so on. So yeah, we've been involved. We've been, some people like it. You know, there's a lot of, it's about 90% of people that maintain the roots. You know, but as they go age and so on, we are climbing ourselves that way too, are we?
But John and Yoli are very modest, because they did pass on quite a bit of their culture to their kids. Michelle, Wayne, and Shannon, and just beautiful.
She would know them because she
Yeah.
was the teacher of them.
Yeah, beautiful people, and a wonderful family, and they have maintained their heritage, and I'm sure have passed it on to your grandkids too.
No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, we're already having it. Yeah,
Yeah, how many grandkids now?
we have 3,
Yeah.
4. Yeah, the oldest, 22. She's at Brock University studying art, and her brother, which is will be Wayne's son.
Wayne, oh my God, is 22?
Yeah, she's 22, and the other one is 18 or 19. He want to pick up a trade as an electrician, and so on. Now we have on the Michelle side, the guy is taking at college.
Technician?
Yeah, he's engineering. He's taking engineering right here in Toronto.
Yeah, nice.
And the young lady's got another 2 years to go.
Yeah, and she's gotta invite him. The school is gonna go to Italy,
Oh,
but
nice.
they didn't
She
pick
chose.
her up 3 months ago. She was so sad. But when they see the price of the travel and things like that,
Yeah,
she was so sad.
Is
yeah,
that right?
Hey, give him a chance, maybe you will go.
yeah.
And then she calls, she said, no, somebody doesn't go, they pick my name.
Good.
So she's so,
Good.
Yeah, she wanted
That's
to go
so
very
good.
much because she wanted to go down and go in Puglia.
Yeah,
Puglia is a very nice, but yeah, we've been involved, but we don't brag a lot.
No.
We would like to do it.
no, they
to-
don't at all, but they're very much involved
Yeah, we
in promoting
yeah,
their heritage.
yeah.
And the link with Canada, the link with
We,
Canada.
yeah. I mean, I didn't become Canadian. It took me what?
10 years.
Maybe more.
More?
Yeah, more. I think so. Because in 1974, I came here on 65, 74. Okay, that's about 9 years. I went back home, and Yola and I and the 2 kids, and I always wanted something for myself, and I saw a nice machine shop right on Warai Village in there, and I was that close to purchase that.
Oh,
And she said, yes, you can purchase and stay. She said, but I'm going back. That was it. So I didn't lose much sleep on that. I said, yeah, I'm going back too.
yeah,
Johnny always had a dream on business. And Michelle was more on the study side. Wayne studied too, but Wayne was a guy.
Trade.
He wanted to
Trades.
work with hand, thing like that. Book, it was because I gotta go to school, but it was more working hand. And Shannon's like his father. She's more in a business, more grabbing, more, never get tired. And I said, don't get your father fever because you're getting old faster. He is more in the
Go.
Yeah, she's, we have a 25 people operation, it calls precision machining. And we have a lot of CNC equipment, it's all computerized. And we do not do a lot of series of parts, which is the same part for 3 years. We do all prototypes and for Ford or General Motors or mining or any industry. And but our quantity come of 4 or 5 pieces, and so on. They give us we buy the material, the customer give us the drawing, and we machine, and we do that. So, but it does require a special trade on it. So my daughter is running that particular business now.
This is Shannon.
Shannon.
She's the baby.
She's the baby.
Yeah.
She's the one. I wish we would have prepared some pictures, but anyway. So she's the one that is gonna. She took over, and that's it. I go there in the morning sometime, a couple of arguments, and that's it.
And
because maybe our vision is right here, and her vision maybe is there. So I have to sympathize with that, you know. And whatever she's been doing, she's been correct.
And is
most
Wayne
of the time.
in the business too?
No,
No.
Wayne is on. He worked for Blunt, Canada.
Okay.
He's a maintenance mechanic and troubleshooting on CNC equipment too. So you know.
Yeah, so you had to study.
Yeah. He had to go in and do more college, Feng Shui, and on that. Yeah.
and by the way, Maria, my son was always busy with her brain and children and friend. Maria make him go up
Straight.
to be a valedictorian.
He was the valedictorian, yes, of his
And
class.
we got
Graduate
in
high school.
church, and I said, where is he going? He didn't say nothing to us.
No,
He
it
didn't
was.
I didn't know that.
It was a
No.
surprise.
Even today.
Oh,
He had long hair. Remember he had long
yeah.
hair?
yeah.
I said, you used to walk, and the principal couldn't because you were on top of the roof of the
He's
school.
very tall.
Yeah, you know, walking or smoking, and that's it. And then I see him going be a valedictorian. He did say to us that Mama was picked, as we didn't believe it because he was joking around.
Yeah, he used to. Yeah, Wayne was very gregarious personality. Very just beautiful, and he was voted for valedictorian by his class. And when he wanted to do this, he wanted to put a little bit of joke. I go, no, you can't put a little bit of jokes. It's a form of speech. You can joke a little bit, but it has to,
Go back
be
in
a
it.
certain way. And I said, and he wrote from his heart. And then we just, I'm the English teacher, so I had to clean it up a little bit, but not a lot. And then he did a fantastic job, and I think he shocked a lot of people because
We were astonished by it.
and not shocked in a good way, because nobody really saw that side of Wayne until he went up there.
Oh yeah, it's true.
One thing, what do you call him? Su compare there. I forgot the name.
Eugenio?
Jimmy.
No.
Jeff.
Jeff Reinhardt.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was his friend.
Yeah.
Did you know Jeff Reinhardt last year went in CNBC?
No,
They're still in touch.
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I haven't seen Wayne
Lot
or
of
Michelle,
Those
Shannon.
days, everybody have long hair.
Yeah, it was like the mullet,
Jeff had have a long hair,
Yeah.
and Mr. Candiotto losing the hair. And he said to Mr. Candiotto, if you want some hair, go to Jeff. You put up something very funny.
Yeah.
Mr. Candiotto,
In the
In the
speech.
line, he
Yeah,
said,
in the
turn
speech.
your line, yeah.
Yeah, it was really
They're
good.
still getting in touch each
That's
other.
good.
Mr. Boy.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, and
So-
Michelle's a speech pathologist, and she's still working for the school board. Yeah.
That's right.
Excellent. Yeah. So the dream
Hey,
to do
boy,
more
keep
for your
going.
children carries on.
Yes, I mean, you try to give them the best that we can. They're not. I mean, as long they even themselves are very modest, and ourselves we don't. It's just that as long you gotta, you gotta think family. Family go to a point, and then you can have some fun and so on. And you're supposed to be doing whatever you like it too. You know what I mean? I like it to be involved in that, but this is maybe because. We are in Canada, and this is our country, and that's where we want it. We choose, and that's where we're serving, and we are attached. 100%. But there is your roots; they are always there, especially where you were born, and you spend until you're 20. I was 20. Yole was 14 when she came here, but still, she's got there. But there is somebody came here which is 5 or 10 years old. It's a little bit different, you know what I mean? Especially when you get all your youth there, adolescent and everything. Things. But anyway,
I think for us to be coming here young, under 20-year-old, living the poor village thing, one car, one TV in the village. You go see the TV once a week. And then you come over here, you see those beautiful house. You see a street. Before we have a field, land, no street the way it is over here.
and small villages too. Right?
Yes, we go by the bell or the church. It is something new life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New life.
Yeah.
It's
Who
very,
got TV in the house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
Very
got
much.
a chair with a cushion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe I'm old-fashioned way.
No.
But we go more. I grew up like a little house in the prairie. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've read it.
Yeah.
She read it. You won't even see it, young lady.
You
They
didn't
don't
see
show it anymore.
One thing, when I arrived to Guelph, we are a big family, 10 people. Gotta go to the bathroom. I said to my sister,
Where are we going?
can I
To
go
the
to the
bathroom.
bathroom?
Yeah.
And she said, come with me.
Okay.
You imagine? She brought me upstairs with a toilet. I come down, have 20 people there. I said, guess what? We got the bathroom in the house.
Yeah, because it used to be outside.
Used to be
Yeah.
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 This is a
Big thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's learning, and you come here a little bit young, and you learn. You'll be able to also be prepared yourself for having a family, marriage, and so on. If you come in, you know what I mean. I a lot of people that came here, a lot of the lady, they used to get married by letter, and that's it. They come here, they meet some people, and most of them they still married. They are parents. Very few that have. Oh, I won't get married. I'll go on my own.
No.
Not too many. It was just you wanted to go into a different place and have some future, and a lot of immigrants take that chance, one way or the other. I would say we were the luckiest one after 1965. Yeah, but the people that before were tough. So us, we made a choice to be there. Not too many of us went back. I would say out of 100, you say maybe 5 went back, 6. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so there must be a statistic tell you that here is a place more. It's a good country. It's good. But you can see right now. Look at how many we come in. I look at my shop now. We used to be all. I'm not racist at all because I work with all kind of people. But now we take a look. So Shannon and I, we were looking at my daughter, and I said, if we count over here, we only are 4. I said, we are a minority.
Yeah.
I said, we got a lot of people from India, Philippines, we got Vietnamese, we got all in there. And the reason we have those is you're looking at the trade that they're doing. So trade is one thing because we do need the trade in our business. But at the same time, we're getting people which is 24, 23. They're going through, they got 3 in engineering already because they come from a country which is India. and India being a British colony
Yeah.
for the last 150 years, they know, they speak English, they got education, and that's it. So we're taking these kids and so on. So our kids, they're going more in a different direction and so on. They're more on the computer and this and that and whatever. Very few will go in on the trade. I have one of them, which is our grandson, Wayne's son, he's going there. But so, I mean, look at how many immigrants is coming in now. So, well, I'm not saying, well, Canada, that's the way it is. Is the right thing? So many are not. Are we ready for them? I don't think we are ready. Because when we came, we had a place to sleep. The people that are coming here now, they don't have a place to sleep.
Yeah, there's not enough housing, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know how in there, but different government.
Yeah.
At that time, you had tough time. If you don't have your paper thing, you won't come in here.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, trade. Now, look at the shamble of the world now. Refugee, people that are at war.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and there is an evolution of people. If we go back 200 years ago, 300 years ago, we go back to the Roman Empire problem. It was the same thing. The conquest, all that.
Yeah.
And then the nation, they start moving around and they are going back and forth. And here, we're doing the same thing here now.
Yeah.
Look at how many people we're getting from one country.
Yeah.
We never thought that we were going to have people from the east side coming into Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was only two kind of people before they're coming in: British, French, and then on this side.
Yeah.
And then gradually immigration opened up and on
Yeah.
and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, going back to myself, what I changed? Maybe I give you an answer. No, I will stay where we are. It's okay. It's been a good choice to come this way. And Canada is a great country. And we can tell you even today, everybody, you see people coming in, it's a great country. This is our country now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roots. That's okay. I mean, we have roots of Ostetto in Brazil. 1861, they left Italy and they went into Brazil. And we have no connection, but my daughter Michelle were able to find out, you know, and they are my great-grandfather brothers.
Wow.
That's when they were in. They started another. See where people went? And we're talking about 150 years ago,
Yeah.
almost 170.
And do you still have your sisters in Italy and your brother?
Yeah, they do have yes. I have a sister here, Maria, and then I have Linda and Albina, which is there, and a brother. Yeah, we're still connecting, but things are growing now. We talk a little bit less. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but that's the way. Did I give you everything? No, I give you a lot of chatting, but.
No, this is all fantastic. Thank you so much. This is all super interesting. I loved hearing your story. And no, like even like at the end, like this is all useful information. This is all wonderful to have. Thank you so much for contributing to this project and for agreeing to sit down and do this interview. Even to you too as well. Thank you.